What's up, guys? Chase Oliver here, bringing you another video to my channel. It's WWE Spring Cleaning 2016. What is spring cleaning for the WWE? Every year around this time, the WWE makes a day where they just release almost a lot of people on the roster. And this is not just like NXT talents or Performance Center talents. These are people that have been on TV, have some name recognition, had some major storylines, have been featured focuses on television. These are pretty much value names. Not every name that gets released is a value name, but these are names for the company, and these are pretty much contracts that the WWE looks at. They say, man, we're paying you guys way too much for as little as we're using you. Bye. They sweep them out the door. They sweep them underneath the rug. They hide them underneath the rug, and they just kick them to the curb. Sometimes these guys are really talented. Some of these guys, it is what it is. It was bound to happen anyways. Yeah, these are the major releases thus far in spring cleaning of the WWE. More releases could probably come a little later today. When am I filming this is the time I'm going to tell you guys, because I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, Chase, what about this guy? You didn't talk about this guy or something like that. I'm filming this around 12:35 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so which means it would be 3 o'clock in the East Coast, 2 o'clock in Central Coast. You guys get the idea. So I'm not filming this as the releases are going on. I'm filming this when I heard about this one release, because that one release I was like, yep, time for me to make a video on this one, because I definitely got to talk about this Bama. He's probably going to be the guy that I talk about the most in this video, because let's face it, do you guys really need me to go into detail about fucking Cameron? Girl, bye. Once you were off Total Divas, you knew your career was over. Zeb Colter, good for Dutch Mantel getting money in the later portion of his career, but he wasn't going to add any interest as a manager to anyone else. Freaking Santino was still under contract. Why? Why was Santino still under contract? Dude retired a couple years ago. WWE, are you still paying him? No, we knew you guys weren't paying him. So why was he still under contract? What the fuck? And then freaking El Torito later. Hornswoggle surprised me though. I'm not going to lie. Hornswoggle, I know everyone's going to be like, but Chase, what about the other 3 guys that got released? Didn't they surprise you? Not really as big as Hornswoggle, though. Hornswoggle was definitely a surprise, because I felt the WWE loved this little dude. They always find a way to force Hornswoggle down our throat, feature him on TV some way, somehow. So I was surprised that Hornswoggle got released to some extent. I thought Hornswoggle was still going to be with the company. I know he's been gone because he was taking PEDs or something. Why is Hornswoggle getting busted for PEDs? I don't know why he's taking them. He ain't wrestling anyone, but yeah. So Hornswoggle's gone from the company. But the 3 bigger names that got released that I think a lot of people, they have name value to them. A lot of people are talking about these 3 names the most. The first being Alex Riley. He got released from the company today. As you guys know, I was riding the A-Ride train. If you watch my channel from the olden times of the Chase Oliver channel, I was definitely a big A-Ride fan. I definitely liked Alex Riley. Liked what he could bring to the table. Seems like he was going with the fuck independent wrestlers in the WWE. Like, he was just going with that gimmick down in NXT. It was looking like Triple H and shit. But I don't know. I don't feel like Alex Riley brought anything to the table, to be honest. Near the later portion of his WWE run, they definitely screwed the pooch on him. I mean, he was over in 2011. He beat The Miz at Capital Punishment. Was it Capital Punishment? I can't remember. Whatever that one pay-per-view was in July where Cena beat R-Truth. That pay-per-view, he beat The Miz. And then afterwards, it was after Money in the Bank 2011. They had that WWE title tournament because CM Punk walked out with the championship. Alex Riley was in the first round with The Miz. And The Miz had a bad knee storyline-wise. Because remember, in that Money in the Bank match, Miz fell and hurt his knee, kayfabe-wise. And so Alex Riley was facing an injured Miz in the first round. And Alex Riley could beat a completely healthy Miz, but he could fail to beat an injured Miz in the first round. So Alex Riley, after that, his career was just kind of like tumbleweeding. Like, he would go for the title. Like, it stopped. Like, he hit a rock in the midway of his tumbleweed. Like, he stopped, was going to possibly win the U.S. title, but then he never went there, and then he just kept on tumbleweeding down. He got into a backstage altercation with Cena. It seemed like Alex Riley, he just seemed like that type of guy where it was just like, at least just for me, looking at Alex Riley, I don't know if A-Ride is watching this video, or if he does. I don't want him to take to offense what I'm saying, but it seems like to me, Alex Riley is like one of those type of guys that everything comes easy to him. You guys know those type of people where it's just like, everything comes easy to them. They get everything so easily. You just don't get how they get everything so easily, but they do. But when those people hit that roadblock, you know that they won't know what to do. They just hit that roadblock, they hit that wall, and they're just like lost. They're confused because they're so used to everything coming so easy to them. They're just so used to being so good at everything that when they hit that wall, they're just confused. They're just lost. They're just like, what's going on here? They can't understand. And instead of being, you know, like most people who have hit the wall earlier before them and have learned how to control their emotions and use emotional intelligence to be able to be positive about certain situations, Alex Riley made everything into a negative and everything like that. And it kind of hurt his career as it tumbled down. So really, to be honest here, not trying to say Alex Riley is that type of person, just the way I look at him and the way he's presented, he seems like that guy that gets everything like too easy. And the fact that with WWE and their system, he wasn't able to crack that code, and it kind of got to him. And he's never had years of emotional intelligence to be able to just go on and say, hey, let's try to fix this and stuff like that. He just kind of made things worse for himself. That's what I felt led to the downfall of Alex Riley. So, sucks. Really thought this guy could have been, you know, a good mid-carder for the company. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Then we move on to Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett got released from the company. They said King Barrett in the release, but I'm just going to call him Wade Barrett. Bad News Barrett, Bare Knuckle Barrett, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He got released from the company. Definitely a talented guy. He definitely should have had a better run in the WWE. Could have been their European main eventer. Definitely could have had a much bigger impact for the product as a whole. But in all honesty, when people blame WWE 100% for Wade Barrett's failures, I totally disagree with that. And here's the reason why. Yes, he should have gone over in the Nexus feud. I'm not going to deny that point. You can argue that for me. But I'm not going to accept all your other arguments, because every time, ever since the Nexus feud and the Core feud, every single time this guy feels like he gets momentum, the guy gets injured. He gets hurt. So how is it Wade Barrett's fault that he's getting injured? Injuries can happen at any time. He's in a physical sport like professional wrestling. He's going to suffer some injuries. So, like, to me personally, when everyone goes on here and they blame WWE 100% for Wade Barrett's failures, I say no. Wade Barrett is 50-50 on this one, because WWE would give him pushes, they would give him monster chances, and then he would go on and get injured. He's too fragile for that type of scene. He couldn't handle the WWE grind. I know that sounds dickish to say, but he just couldn't. I'm pretty sure he's going to find success on the independents. I'm pretty sure he's going to go to ICW and work with Drew McIntyre, his good buddy, Drew Galloway. So I know he's going to be fine. He's going to find a job somewhere else. He's just taking a break from wrestling for a bit. But just saying, when everyone's like, oh man, WWE fucked over Wade Barrett the most, I'm like, no. Wade Barrett also fucked himself over, because every time this guy would get a monster push, he would just get injured. And then all the momentum would be gone with this guy. So don't blame WWE. The only guy, when I look at, from that got released today, where you could blame that the WWE fucked up the most with. Because like I said with Alex Riley, he kind of digged his own grave. Because, like I said, I don't know A-Riley as a person, but I'm just guessing the way he is, he just couldn't handle when he hit the wall. He just couldn't handle the fact that he wasn't getting the WWE system down as easy as all the other things that he's accomplished in life. Wade Barrett, he was injury prone. This guy would suffer injuries over everything. Damien Sandow, though, that's one guy I will not deny. He got screwed over by the WWE and the WWE system. It sucks for a guy like Damien Sandow. It really does. Because I don't know what happened. He won the Money in the Bank, which was like a move I appreciate. I was like, good. You know what? He's one of the guys that should win the Money in the Bank. Good. You thought he was going to become a world champion. He loses to, like, John Cena. Then afterwards, he just disappears. It was like Damien Sandow just disappeared. He was pretty much like Jobber Bitch Boy at that time. Then he started to do the impressions gimmick. And yeah, it was funny that he was, like, doing impressions and stuff. But it just wasn't really working out for him. And then he does the Mizdow theme. And the Mizdow theme was completely over. It was fun. It was funny to watch and everything like that. And it was like the WWE, they didn't capitalize on him being Mizdow. They didn't give him like a major win as Mizdow. They were just kind of like, fuck it. we'll have the Miz beat him. And then they ended the feud on Raw. Like, Miz and Mizdow could have been a great 3-month storyline. But instead, they just kind of gave up on it. And then pretty much Sandow was trying to do other impressions, like he did Macho Man Down. It was like, you know, the fans weren't really caring for it because they were like, dude, we've seen what this guy can do. WWE, you're just wasting this guy's potential. That's why the fans just didn't really give a fuck at the end of the day when Sandow was trying to do other stuff. It's not really his fault at the time. It was just like the fans were sick of how he was being used. They were just kind of looking at it and saying, nah, man, that's not Sandow. Give us Sandow. Like, I'm not saying he needs to go back as being the intellectual savior. Don't take like 8 steps backwards and go back to that well again. But he's able to do other things, other characters, other gimmicks, instead of these impersonation gimmicks, you know? I'm pretty sure he's creative enough to think of his own thing that would get himself over. I don't know what it would be, but fuck, it sucks. Really sucks, because this guy did have a good thing with the company. He could have been an upper main eventer, at worst, a mid-carder for the company. At worst. That was his worst ceiling as a mid-carder. In fact, this guy was a jobber for the company. It's ridiculous. God. That's one guy, like, I'll agree 100% when fans say that this guy got screwed over. I ain't gonna deny that. I ain't gonna deny Sandow got screwed over. He got screwed over. He's a very good talent. Can talk on the microphone. Has a decent enough look. He's pretty solid enough in the ring. He can get by. Like, Sandow's not really that good in the ring. I know a lot of people are going to probably be shocked when I say that. But if you watch a lot of Damien Sandow matches, they're not going to blow you away. But he's solid enough. He can tell a story at least. So that sucks for Damien Sandow. Like I said, I think he's going to find a new home. I don't think he's going to go to ROH or New Japan. I think he's more of a Mexico type of person. So maybe we'll see him in Mexico, like CMLL, AAA. I don't think he's gonna do Lucha. I don't know if he's down for that Lucha Underground stuff, but maybe he can pull it off. Who knows? But yeah, so that's pretty much all the major releases for the WWE, unless more get released after this gets uploaded and stuff like that. Then maybe tomorrow I'll talk about them. This weekend I'm gonna plan something with OK Fabe on my channel. Q&A is gonna be next week. Just wanted to give it next week. Both my co-hosts are kind of busy, so it is what it is. What you gonna do? So there you have it. Who are you guys surprised about getting released? Who you guys felt like was the most talented that got released? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And who else do you guys think is going to be released? Or is this it for the WWE Spring Cleaning of 2016? If you guys like what you saw, hit that subscribe button down below. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Give this video a big old thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy your day. Peace.